Alright, this way the people news back again. Okay, this is gonna be part two. I'm not attorney, not giving legal advice. Educational purposes only. Do your own research. Arm yourself with knowledge. Use that Second Amendment. Okay, and this thing of overcharging tells you what is going on in our system as it stands. You know, uh, I don't know really how hard it is to comprehend that the bar union itself is so corrupt, all the way from the newest attorney, all the way up to the Supreme Courts, all the way up to your congressmen, your legislatures in your states. You know, the ones that have become bar members and all that. And then you got the clerks involved. Then you got the officers involved. And then everybody gets protected but you. So, I'm not saying get an attorney, and I'm not saying do not get an attorney. What I am saying is if you're going to get an attorney, at least you know the basic laws to be able to go after your attorney for breach of contract, because he's supposed to represent you in a fair and meaningful way uh, for your behalf, not for the bar, not for the judge, not for this, not for that. Okay? If he can, find a bond. Okay? File a complaint. It won't do no good, but you can also file a complaint with the bar and contact the insurance company and say, hey, this is what I did. All right? And then the insurance is going to take a second look at this. And if there's going to be too many, they got to have insurance. They got to have bonds. They will drop them. Okay? Because they don't like high risk. Other than the judicial branch, insurance is one of the kind of above the law if you really sit and think about it. I mean, they hold even your judges and all that accountable, because if they drop you, it's extremely hard for them to find another insurance company. Just like if you get into too many wrecks, right? You get too many wrecks, it's going to be extremely hard to find an insurance company who will cover you. Same exact principle. Okay? They're not there to lose money. All right, let's go.
Suspended because he found out they were doing this illegal tactic. Now, the district attorney in Harris County was okay with the overcharging error, as they called it. Like, it was an overcharging error that they did hundreds of times, which made it an actual practice. I'm going to say that one more time. They did the overcharging error hundreds of times, just from two charges. And the second charge wasn't even finished from his hunting, but it was an error, and the district attorney was okay with it. Understand that. But what got Alex suspended was when he emailed defense attorneys about this error. I'm gonna let that sink in. They were okay with it being internal.
Retaliation. Can you say retaliation? Right? And you guys hear this on videos when bad cops get promoted. Right? Oh, you get a good attorney. It's actually an honorable one. Well, what do? Retaliate. Just the same as an officer gets retaliated against another officer. I don't know, y'all. Let's go.
They were not okay with him notifying the defense about these errors. Why? Because the prosecutor has a legal obligation to notify the defense of any errors and anything that is exculpatory. An error in charging is exculpatory. Why? Because doing it is illegal. But here's the next part of that. Why were the defense attorneys that he notified, why weren't they fighting this before the notification? Because again, remember, he's going all the way back to 2020. So that means they're not doing a detailed discovery. They're not even vigorously defending you. This is why it is best for you to get a guide and do it yourself. I'm a staunch advocate of that, because no one cares about you more than you. He caught his office criminally overcharging, and these were his supervisors that were negligent and that was doing the overcharging. Now, the big...
And there we go again, right? They've been lazy with you. They're helping the prosecutor by telling you to go ahead and do a plea, so they don't have to work for you, but against you. And again, if you have a good defense attorney, why is there 98% of the people that end up settling with pleas? Sit and think about that. If your attorney is telling you you need to do a plea and you know you're not guilty, you may do something about that.
The issue is, why aren't you making sure your attorney that you're paying for is doing a detailed discovery? And why aren't you challenging everything that someone else says? You have a problem with someone saying or even calling you the wrong name, but you're okay with someone saying you're guilty of something that you aren't even accused of knowingly.
Yeah, sit and think about that, y'all. You would fight your neighbor, but it's okay for them to railroad you. You can be the strongest and toughest man that walk planet Earth, and you will beat everybody up in the neighborhood. But when it comes to the judicial of beating you up, you're going to lay down instead of forcing an attorney to actually play by the rules. But order him to play by the rules, you at least need to know the basics. Just saying. Now, is it going to be easy? Absolutely not. Okay? Fighting is never easy. Alright? There's going to be winners and going to be losers. But when you dust that dirt off you, you can hold your head up high and say you gave it your all. Diesel with the People News. Till next time, bye y'all.